Peace, family. Peace, 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 peace. I hope you guys are having a phenomenal day. If not, do understand and get your day is going to get better once your perception gets better. Honey, I almost forgot the intro, okay? I almost forgot my own darn intro, okay? All right. So today's video is about how to change anything, okay? Now, some may be saying, Dina, what the hell you mean anything? Let me tell you something, okay? You always have the ability to change whatever it is that's showing up in your life, okay? And I used to be one of those people. I used to be one of those girls, okay? I didn't think that, I could change my life. I used to, I was too busy watching Lifetime, okay? Watching Lifetime Movie Network and watching Law and Order, okay? All right? Watching City Confidential, watching all these different things. And Housewives, Atlanta Housewives, okay? And then I started understanding, okay, I have the ability to change my life. Anything that is showing up that I say that I do not like, I have the ability to change my life. Many of you guys know I had my spiritual awakening in 2018. And from me having my spiritual awakening, it really shifted the trajectory of my life. The stuff that I have learned, no one ever taught me these things growing up, okay? I thought that my life, the way it was just designed that way. I didn't understand that I can design my own life, okay? And a lot of that, it comes from our upbringing. We do what we see our parents doing, or what they may have done, or what our grandparents may have done, and we just think this is the way life has to be. But honey, there's hope, okay? There's hope. Life do not have to be that way, okay? So I'm going to share a few things, about 3 things that is going to change the trajectory of your life. Now, many people, they say they want their lives to change, but they're not willing to put the work in. You cannot get something different, honey, if you stand the same, okay? You must do something different than what you normally do. So, the 3 steps, okay? 1, I highly, highly recommend reading, okay? We have heard time and time again, some of us may be the ones that read. Readers are leaders, okay? Readers are leaders. Now, it's going to be some people that's going to say, no, you don't need to read. They don't read, they're successful or whatever it is like that. You do what works for you. But what works for me is reading. A funny story, okay? Funny story. I was dating this guy, right? And at this time, my self-esteem, it was pretty low, okay? I had 2 children at this particular time. And then I have 4 children now. But at this particular time, I had 2 children. And I just was settled. Because hearing, growing up, you are here, if you have children, you be lucky you're in a relationship, especially if the guy wasn't the father of those children, okay? And I remember the guy who I was dating, he would say to me, to try to be funny, go read a book. And I would take that offensive. I would feel some type of way about him saying for me to go read a book, right? And I read a book, and a book that I read is called Mastery of Love. And once I started reading the books, okay, I read the book so much that I got out of the relationship, okay? Because I started seeing that the relationship, it was not going anywhere, okay? And why stay in something that's not going anywhere? Message, okay? So whenever I will find myself in difficult situation, or let's just say learning or growing situations, sometimes we tend to do things over and over and over because we say, oh, well, this is the way I've been brought up. This is the way I've been. Just because you've been brought up that way, that does not mean it's right. And so it was some things that I needed to do to change my paradigm, my habits, to change the things that I was constantly doing on a day in and day out basis. And so when you read a book, there's always information. See, I'm an information type of gal, okay? Knowledge type of gal, okay? And I love in a solution, okay? I almost forgot that. Solution type of gal, okay? I love looking for the answers. And honey, we have all heard this time and time again. If you seek, ye shall find, okay? And so some books I have over here, this book, it talks about alkaline, okay? It talks about herbs and stuff like that. Every part of my journey after my spiritual awakening, I started investing in books so much, okay? Because I wanted just to find the answer. I knew that my life can change if I changed, okay? And this book over here, Psycho-Cybernetics, I've been raving about this book so much, okay? About Maxwell Maltz, who was an MD surgeon, pretty much how you can change your self-image, because we have two self-images, okay? And some people, they dress the outside up, but they feel a certain type of way on the inside, right? Low self-esteem, don't think they good enough, low confidence. I used to be one of those type of gals, okay? Until I started doing the work on myself. Until I understood, okay, honey, I grew up in the hood. But no, until I started understanding that I could change it. Right? I can change my self-image. I can focus on what I want. I can focus on the wins that I have accomplished in life and receive more wins, as opposed to focusing on things that didn't perhaps work out in my life. Okay? Which I must say, everything is always working out for you. Everything, even in the sense that it's not working out for you, honey, is working out for you. Okay? You got to understand that and get that. Okay? The next book up, we have my favorite, The Mystic Path to Cosmic Power, okay, by Vernon Howard. So all these books, what they pretty much have in common is it talks about you, okay, how you can change your life and how to stop searching for things outside your existence and go within, okay. All the successful people that I listen to, all of them read. In fact, all of the ones like the Jim Rohns, the Bob Proctors, the Les Browns, the Eric Thomas, the Lisa Nichols, the Brian Tracy's, all of them read, okay? The Jim Rohn, okay? Zig Ziglar, they all read. And I remember when I first started purchasing books and stuff. And that's another thing that you gotta understand. Some people say, well, I want to invest in stuff. I want to invest in things. Okay. The best investment you can make is within yourself. Okay. That's the best investment. Especially if you invest in yourself in a sense where as though you buying books, you buying knowledge, information, and what's important is also the applied knowledge. Okay. After you read the book, honey, you got to apply the stuff to your life for it to change. But when you buy the books and stuff, that's an investment in yourself. So you got to understand that and get that this is an investment towards me. Nobody can ever take that from you. Okay? Just FYI. The next thing is ignorance. Okay? Ignorance is poverty. Okay? Ignorance is poverty. Ignorance is tragic. Some people say they don't know. Okay? There's certain laws in this here universe. And when I first discovered this, I said, say what? Okay, because up until that point, honey, I used to just think that, certain things that would go wrong was just preserved for certain people. And I used to think it was because of my skin color. Okay. It's not because of that. Okay. It's not because of that. It's because the ignorance of the laws of this here universe. Like gravity is a law, okay? If we don't know certain laws in this here universe, and you don't even need to know verbatim, like what the laws are. Only thing you need to just take a look at your life. Take a look at your life and see what you're doing. Become aware of what you are doing. And when you take a look and observe your life, instead of hopping, jumping, skipping into relationships, But after that relationship is over, okay, you can take some time out for yourself and start reflecting. How did I attract this person? Okay, how did I show up when I got into this relationship? Okay, did I lie to myself? Did I tell myself, things that wasn't true? Okay, did I sell my own damn self a dream? Okay, ignorance. If you don't know, chances are you're gonna keep doing the same exact thing. I remember I always used to say, I've been this way. I used to say, I've always been this way. And just because I always been that way, that does not mean it's right. And the deeper question is, you always been that way, but do you like what you are producing? Do you like what's showing up in your life? Okay? And I had to take a look at my life and myself and say, girl, what you doing ain't working. It ain't working, girl. You need to do something else. Those belief systems, they are so outdated. Okay? They just ain't working. All right? The next step is this. Okay? To change any and everything. Another reason why you want to know or have an idea of how things work in this here universe is because you want to get on the good side of things. Okay? Some of us, we have grown up thinking that we ought to put people before us. That's a no-go. Okay? Even on a plane, they demonstrate that. Okay? If it's turbulence or whatever it is, honey, they're going to tell you to put your oxygen mask on first. And then you can help your neighbor. But you can't just try to put somebody else's oxygen mask on and, honey, you can't then breathe. Now, what sense does that make? Okay? I remember I used to do Uber. Okay, for some of you guys who don't know, I used to do a ride share. I used to be a ride share driver. Okay. And to some people, like, girl, what is that? A taxi? Okay, a taxi driver. Okay, with my own vehicle. But I remember I had picked this young man up. Okay, oh my goodness. I wish he could have stayed in my car longer because me and him connected so good. And I remember me and him was talking and we got on the topic about family. And one of the things he said, he was like, your family can't do anything that you don't allow, right? And it's so true. See, some of us been programmed to think that, if we speak up for ourselves, we ain't gonna have no good luck, okay? And sometimes that may cause, anxiety or depression because you don't want to speak up for yourself. And if you don't take up for you, who the hell is? Okay? So you got to know how to get on the good side of things. You may not like it, the way the laws of this here universe is set up, but it doesn't matter if you like it or not. You got to get on the good side of things. And some of the good side of things is speaking up for your damn self. Okay? Speaking up for yourself. Also, loving yourself. You can't love anyone if you don't love yourself. And actually, to put yourself first and to fill your cup, that's selfish list. Okay? Selfless. Okay? So you got to understand, I come first. I tell my children that all the time. And not in a way like, to make them feel a certain way. But in a way, I want them to grow up understanding that they come first as well. Like in a world. Okay? The next step is law of use. Okay? Law of use. Honey, what you don't lose, you lose. Okay? All right? What you don't use, you lose. Okay? So this is how you going to change anything in your life. Find out the thing that you really enjoy to do. Okay? Your passion, your purpose. What is it? Something that you can do without getting paid for it. If money was no issue, what would it be that you would do? Okay? and your life is going to change. See, when I started doing these videos, I never do it. If somebody would have told me, honey, I was going to be doing these videos probably like 7 or 8 years ago, okay, I would not have believed them. I would never have believed them in a trillion years. The reason why was because my self-image was a certain type of way. But I knew I liked to talk, okay, because I always used to get, very talkative on my report card when I was a kid. A lot of times, the thing that you're passionate about, it correlates to your childhood. The thing that you used to really enjoy when you was a child. Okay? And I always used to get that on my report card. So I knew I liked to talk, but I needed to build my self-confidence up. I needed to build my self-esteem up. I needed to accept myself. And once I started doing the work on myself, from reading the books, from listening to the personal development, my life is started changing. You do not have to be perfect, okay? In fact, there's not a said, well, it's perfect in your imperfections, but you do not need to be perfect. And so 3 ways, okay, to change anything. 1, information. I used to say information changed your situation, but what it really is, applied knowledge is going to change your situation. Also, I remember when I would have some issues like with my children, okay, I would read Your Defiant Teen, okay? And I just always knew that there was a solution to every problem. And I remember hearing Abraham Hicks, okay, Esther Hicks say, there can never be one side without the other. There can never be one side of the spectrum without the other, meaning that there could never be a problem without a solution. So whatever it is that you're going through, understand that there's a solution for it. And with that being said, I love you guys. Keep rocking out. Keep believing in yourselves. And I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.